And now time for some business. And our first story, Finance Minister Seth Terkper has announced the release of some 250 million cedis to clear a fraction of VRA's debt to banks. The minister disclosed this when he presented a supplementary budget to Parliament. The state power generator is said to be owing about 14 banks, some 4 million Ghana cedis, a development that could lead to their possible collapse. The current challenge has affected VRA's ability to raise the required funding for their operations. This has led to the current power crisis, resulting in an intensified load shedding by the ECG. But the Petroleum Minister, Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Boa, tells Joy Business this will soon be a thing of the past.
Under the law, we have a licensing regime for importation of renewable energy systems, and during the course of the year we have licensed 29
accumulated $250 million, and he's using that as a down payment, and he's telling you that in the next 3 to 5 years a total of over 2.2 billion will be paid out of this. He's saying that this plan that takes immediate effect is now going to allow VRA to be able to deal with these banks. We think this is a good solution in the long run. I think the people of Ghana understand how hard we've worked. The people of Ghana know that we want this power to be stabilized yesterday, not today, and there's no excuse. And we are going to work day and night until we address this challenge. We are doing that constantly, every day. We are going to try to make sure this is not a problem.
In other stories, government is being advised to tap into foreign remittances as an inexpensive and effective means of funding development projects in the country and also across the continent. These are government debt instruments that target members of the national community abroad to tap into their assets in the various destinations as an alternative to borrowing from the international capital market. This was suggested by the program's leader of the World Bank Group, Errol George Graham, in an interview with Joy Business here on Joy News.
The presentation made specific reference to diaspora bonds, which I think has potential across the region, not just speaking of Ghana, but across the region as a whole. There are diaspora segments in the US, in the UK, in Europe, that countries could actually tap into for specific resources for development. The diaspora bond would do two things. One, they could allow the countries to access financing at much lower cost than either in the domestic market or even elsewhere in the external market. And two, it could give countries long-term financing depending on whether they issue 10 or 15 or 20-year bond. They may be able to go even beyond 20 years depending on how the bond is structured.
So that will be it for business here, but we have a lot more business on myjoyonline.com/business and also between 1 and 1:30 on the marketplace. Today we're looking at those funds that are stacked up there at the various banks of your deceased relatives. How easy or difficult is it to actually have access to it? Now the government is saying that they're going to set up a special fund which will make it automatic. After 6 months, you can actually roll this particular fund into that. So they will manage and make publications of all these accounts so owners can actually call for it. We do look at the implications of this on the marketplace. My name is John Kojo. I'm welcome.